If you were on the internet late 2019, you've probably heard people talking about a strange little game.
My years of completing games, I've never encountered a game that so fully put me in the headspace of another character.
Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game. And this
Untitled Goose Game.
After hearing what everyone had to say, of course, it must be this fantastic game, this best game of all time. Of course I had to go and check it out. So I go out of my way to pick the game up, to try it for the first time. I'm all excited, and I just don't get it. I just don't like it. It seems like it's a very bland thing, and I don't know where to go, what to do. So I did what most would do, and completely forget about the game for 5 whole years. Here I am looking for the next game to record, and I'm going, I want to do something that's just like a total meme video, like something that's completely out of left field. Something like B-Movie the Game, or let's strap some rocket launchers to dogs. And that's when it hit me. What about that stupid goose? It was a lot like I woke up and I chose violence. And boy, do I feel bad for this poor old gardener. I took the stupid little checklist that they gave me and threw it immediately out the window and said, how do I be a terror? How do I make this man lose his will to live? How can I be an absolute kleptomaniac? Does the honking ever stop? But see, that's when I made a little bit of discovery. Because that's what the game was trying to do all along. If you try to just play it off of the stupid checklist, that's all you're going to get at the surface level. You're just going to be checking it off, and you're not going to take anything away from this game. And it just clicked. That's what the Completionist was trying to say.
My years of completing games, I've never encountered a game that so fully put me in the headspace of another character.
And that meant it wasn't about how I was going to play the game. It was about how the goose was going to play the And it quickly became, the more I played as the goose, the more I was just checking things off without even checking what was on the list to begin with. And I tried to be clever, and the game just lets me do what I want to do. It's a literal sandbox. Throw it over. Do it. Do it. Watch her break it. Let's go. I was clearing areas at this point like clockwork. Without thinking, I snuck into a restaurant, full 007 style, hidden in a cardboard box. I even opened my own high-end Italian restaurant. I played as a professional museum to a sold-out audience.
you played as a what?
I played as a professional musician to a sold-out audience. The game was a good enough sandbox that it made me feel like I was writing the story instead of the other way around. That is, of course, until I fell into the canal, realized I opened no shortcuts, and had to trace my steps for the past 2 hours of gameplay. But thankfully, all my patience backtracking was quickly rewarded by having the pleasure of dunking a bucket over a man's head. It doesn't get much better than that. This quickly unlocked a new area, and I was able to waddle my way along. You see, I thought that this backtracking was just gonna make me go cray. Am I now in an exact miniature diorama of the world that I've been playing in this entire time? God, maybe I am crazy. With all of my terrorizing of the town, I did not think it would come to this. But you see, that was when the game revealed the ace it's had up its sleeve this entire time. This whole thing was about the bell. So I grabbed the bell as quickly as I could and ran through the streets as all the townsfolk chased me. It feels like a beautiful victory lap of all of the challenges that we've had so far. And the real kicker at the end is you finally get to drop your bell in the pit, only to realize you're just adding to the collection. That is to say that this is just an average day for our goose. And while you let that all set in, the credits roll. My expectations of this game were completely subverted, and it is a lot more than just a stupid goose game. It's actually quite fun. The entire game embodied just have fun and don't worry about the objectives, and there are so few games that actually really capture that so well. I know I just told you the story of Untitled Goose Game, but you really should go play it for yourself. Don't let those stupid notes distract you, just have fun with it. See what you can come up with. It really is a refreshing game even 5 years after its release. If you made it this far in the episode, I would really appreciate if you liked the episode to leave a like on the episode. If you've been around the channel, this is a total departure from what I usually post, and I really want to gauge what you guys want to see, so feedback is greatly appreciated. Also, let me know down in the comments what your thoughts on Untitled Goose Game are. I'm genuinely curious to see what you guys thought of it and see if you had the same impressions I did. With that said, guys, this has been your host, TheLostYeti. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in the next episode.